Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real2reel360. K-Wise.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real2reel360 show. Let's get it in.
We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real2reel360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Peace and blessings to Allah, mighty 5% nation of God's nerves to all the human families of the planet Earth. We bid you love, peace, and happiness. I salute. I am DJ K-Wise, a.k.a. Kato, the black superhero. Welcome to Real2reel360, baby. Well, look, we fresh more into this day. It's God's day, you know what I mean? We here, we in the building, and we are large and in charge. We got one of the most prolific, dynamic, most wonderful person you could ever meet. CEO, big time. We love this brother, man, with all our hearts, but I'm not going to take the shine away from my brother because he getting ready to roll the accolades like nobody else's biz. So let me bring on my brother right now so we can rock this out. Come on in here, Mr. P.H. Dizzy.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. Today we're locked in. We're locked in. With this gentleman right here, man, is so many different titles and so many superlatives that you can put beside his name. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? He is one of the #1 top Southern Soul DJs in the country. Number 2, you know what I'm saying? He has one of the top award shows for Southern Soul. He is the CEO of the AMG Southern Soul Life Awards. Number 3, he is one of the top managers on the low. You people don't realize like the moves that this gentleman makes when it comes down to Southern Soul and how he tries to push it to the next level. So ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, get your hands together for the one, the only DJ Uncle Virge. Let's go.
What's happening?
What's going on, bro?
I'm good. I love it, man. I like the intro. I like the intro. 360 award-winning Real to Real. And then
Yes,
they deserve every bit of it. You know, second year in a row, y'all won that award too.
Yeah, man. You know, man, that's an honor. That's an honor and a privilege, you know what I'm saying, to be just even nominated, but to win 2 years in a row was amazing for us. You know what I mean? That's something that wasn't expected. Shout out to Sunshine the Singer. Shout out to Chelsea. Thank y'all for tuning in. Now,
Sunshine.
now, Uncle Virge, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that you started out at 14 years old DJing on the radio.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out of North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? And you fell in love with the music. What was it about the music that motivated you, that you felt, you know what I'm saying, that empowered by it to even be on the radio at that young age?
Well, first of all, my uncle, which his name is Clifton Lawton, he went by the name of the Dr. on WOKN in Goldsboro, North Carolina. He was our family DJ for being on the radio live. So when I would go over to his house, I would see all these records sitting around, albums, records, 45s, and you know, just when I sit there and just listen to the music that he played, and he would talk, you know, about the origin of the music and everything, I just fell in love with just looking at it, you know, just listening to it and different songs. This was like in the 70s. But then all of a sudden, my eyes woke up when this song came out called Grandmaster Flash on the Wheels of Steel. And when I was listening to that, he had a promotional copy which was delivered to him at WOKN. Um, and I didn't know nothing about it, but when I went over to his house, he said, "This is Grandmaster Flash," and I heard it, and I didn't know what the man was doing on the record. I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know if he was calling it scratch. I didn't know. I was just amazed. I was like, "What is this incredible thing he's doing?" So I went to the skating ring one Sunday in my hometown, and they had a DJ up there from up top, New York, and he came down to North Carolina, and then he was doing some of the stuff that I heard on the record, and I saw him moving his arms and stuff. I'm like, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? So but I heard the sounds coming out. So I got there at 7 o'clock at the skating ring, and when I was ready to go, I think I stayed there 15 minutes. I went home. I jumped on my dad's record player, and I started moving my arm on what he was doing, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I got a killing that night. My dad whooped the daylights out of me.
Yeah.
But it was just like crack. I couldn't stop. I had to do it, and that's where it all started. And then when I realized I could do it, it just so happened that a program director in my hometown rode by my house and heard the sounds coming from the outside. He stopped the car in the middle of the street, knocked on the door. My mother came to the door and he said, "Who's doing that?" He said, "My son." And so when she called me to the front, he saw this little boy coming up there, about 13 years old. He was like, "Him?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "We need him on the radio tonight. We need him on the radio tonight." So that night, my first DJing gig ever in my life was live on the radio. And my first song, this is history here, y'all. My first song I ever played was Curtis Blow, "Party Time." And when I played this "Party Time," the rest is history. The rest is history.
Man, I tell you, it's so amazing that when you learn a person's journey in the music business and what actually inspired them to do what they do, and sometimes you sit back in awe because we've been around you at different events and stuff like that. We watched how certain things would go on and how energetic you are and how you engage. With the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And the entertainment part is something that I've always admired about you. Like, you on stage, I got a video. You know what I'm saying? I got a video with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Together.
Mm-hmm.
How entertaining? What was it about the entertainment part that actually moved you?
Well,
Because you're a very good entertainer.
Well, that same identical night, right?
Mhm,
That I was live on the radio. You know how you get up there, you don't know what you're, actually going to do. You just let God take over. And when I grabbed the mic, I was just imitating what I heard. Somebody say "ho," and when the people responded "ho," I said, "Say ho, ho," and the energy from the people.
mhm,
Oh man, it was just like something that was surreal. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted that energy. Now this was the funny part about it, you two. The owner of the club, right? He had got me for the scratching and in the mixing, but then
mhm,
he came up there. He said, "Wait a minute." He said, "For the next 3 months, I don't even want you to touch the turntables." He said, "I just want you to hold the mic and just talk to the people and communicate with the people." And I got in my feelings because I wanted to scratch and mix, but
uh-huh,
I thank God for that guy. His name is James Reginald Hodges out of North Carolina.
mhm,
Um, I thank God for him because he taught me how to be an MC or how to make people party. But he didn't teach me. I learned myself. But
mhm. He
he said
pushed you.
either I'm going to sit there and let the people take,
Mhm,
I'm going to be the crowd controller of it. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? And so that taught me a lesson. So now, um, I can host.
mhm,
I can get the crowd crunk.
mhm,
I can scratch and mix. I
mhm.
can I could do all facets of DJing that you can think of. I think, and I know a lot of people can say this if they, if they were really good at their craft, that they was the innovators of what's in the controller of today. Controller mixers and stuff. There's double beat, the phasing, the echo, the scratching. Now you just press a button, but I actually did that with my hands. On two turntables and a mixer. So I thank God that I was part of that movement back in the day in my state, because New York y'all was already doing that. Cool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, Scratch, all them. Y'all was rocking, and we didn't have internets or telephones or nothing like that. Cell phones.
Right.
So all we was able to do was attain that on the cassette tape or whatever like that. And just so happened that I was working at the radio station, so I was getting all my music and everything that was done on the vinyl. I was able to learn, from the records.
Okay. I want to take time out and shout out DJ Dre Cope is in the building. Rock the block
Hey, Coach,
DJ.
what's happening?
Cream Dior.
Yeah.
Denise Cannon. Let Loose. Said Wade. Katie Dawson is in here. Daryl
What up,
Simmons.
KD?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Teaser's
crazy.
in here. Got Shay Williams. Valor's in here. Shout out. We got North Carolina representing tonight. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Now we talk about like your journey in mixing and R&B and hip hop. When did you fall in love with Southern Soul though?
About 7. Well, let me put it like this. We at the radio station in North Carolina, we were already doing what we call liquor house music. So we were doing concerts like with Marvin C's, Roy C, Betty Wright. We were already doing that kind of stuff, but back then we called liquor house music in our area. What I'm saying? And so we would tiptoeing through it, but it won't like, our main source of music at that time. So as the years went on, I knew when Sir Charles came in, if anybody lonely, and more, more artists that I listened to, and then Pokey came in with Side Piece and all that. They was here and there, and then Tucker came in. Now, when Tucker came in, he made a couple of songs that were back to back to back to back to back. And as a DJ, that was like, you can throw this one in right behind this and this. And, even, like I said, he kind of like made it cool, like made the Southern Soul scene cool with his vibe, the way he was doing the swing out music. So we were already used to swing out, Chicago stepping and stuff like that. We were already used to that. And so he made it cool to, to listen to that stuff. So then all of a sudden, right before the pandemic, I remember the exact day. I was doing an R&B and hip hop show here in Atlanta. And, I was standing in there at my age and, the crowd was 20 and 30 years younger than me. Everybody was twerking. They were dancing on the hook of the record, standing in the corner, wait for the hook to come on. And I just there were so many times I was going to play Before I Let Go. There were so many times I was going to play To Be Real. There were so many times I was going to play Poison and all that kind of stuff. And I just kept recycling that music. And I said, man, I said, God, I wish there was something that I could play that, will bring me back to what we used to do back in the day. And then Southern Soul came in. And I forget, I think it was Cotton Candy by Ronnie Bell. And then he came back to back with Cotton Candy, and I paid the shipping costs. Yeah. And then Nelly came in with Sexy Man. And then, and then I was like, oh, I'm with this right here. But then what drew me to it real close, when I went to the club for a Southern Soul event and I saw couples dancing with each other again. That got me right there. That when I saw them dancing and dressing up, coming to the club and all that kind of stuff, and women dancing with men and, just having a good time and, the line dancing and all that. I said, this is what we're doing right here. And so, and then after that, a lot of people in Southern Soul knew me from hip hop and R&B,
Mhm.
but they, then they realized I transitioned over to Southern Soul. And then like a lot of people knew me from that, and it was like the transition was easy. But I
Mhm.
realized I didn't have to do what I did in R&B and hip hop, because being a DJ, you could play this record straight through and then they go to another record. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? But a true DJ would add his flavor in and a little bit and this and that and the third. So mixing and scratching is not really that important in Southern Soul. But if you can do it, you add a little flavor to it. Or you can, if you do a mashup, you add a little flavor to it. But it's not really important. So,
Mhm.
blending that, hey, that's right down my forte. I blend the record in, blend the record in, blend the record in. And my thing was to see how long I can keep you on the dance floor without you
Mhm.
even knowing you dancing to the next record.
Let me ask you a quick question. When you first started out, do you remember what was your first turntable that
Yes,
you bought?
yes. It was a regular Technique turntable. It was direct drive, straight arm, and it was not a 1200. It was a regular straight. It was because that's what we had to work with on the radio station. Straight
Mhm.
arm Technique turntable. We put a lot of wax paper under the bottom of it to get the skin on it, and and people don't understand the work we had to do to get the results of what we needed. And it took simple cuts of wax paper to put on the record pad under there to make it spin and give you that drag back and stuff like that. And it worked for us. You know what I'm saying? So the technique, I forgot the number it was, but it was straight on direct turntable.
I think that was the 600s.
The 600s. That's exactly. Yes, it was
That
the
was the
600.
600. The
It
Technique
had a little.
600s.
The speed control won't like this. It had a little button that you
A
It
rub
had
back
button
the
and
that,
button.
forth.
yeah,
It had the
yeah,
button.
Yeah,
that's the 600s.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
remember
that was
having
the
the belt.
600s.
I had the belt drive joints back in the day
yeah. The
before.
belt drives. Oh man.
Sir.
Yeah, we had direct drives. Y'all had belt drives. See, up north in New York, see, y'all had the best quality equipment. And down south, we were just getting into that stuff. So we were using everything we could use.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. But as the music has progressed, you have been part of the individuals who have forged Southern Soul, especially in the Georgia area. And you
Yes,
have been expanding yourself outside of Georgia and
yes,
touching places in Texas, you know what I'm
yes.
saying, in Louisiana, and
Mm-hmm.
doing First Fridays at one point in time in
Yes.
Houston.
In
So
Houston.
how, you know what I'm saying, how do you take the time? Because see, a lot of people don't know how much you got on your plate
Right,
because
right.
you go from hosting these cruises going to Jamaica, which you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'm kind of pissed off that we ain't invited to some of these cruises.
uh,
Hosting some of these cruises going to Jamaica, these Southern Soul
yeah.
cruises. Then you're doing DJ spots in Georgia on Friday. I mean on Saturday, but
On
you're coming
Sunday.
back from on Sunday, and then you coming back from Texas on
Yeah.
Saturday because
On
you done
Saturday.
already did it on Friday. So
Right,
like people,
and then don't forget the concerts too. Because the
yeah,
concerts
and the concerts.
the
See what I'm
concerts
saying?
they do that on Saturdays, and they always invite me to do, like, I met you in North Carolina one time. They did a concert
Yeah,
in North Carolina,
yeah,
and
the Greenville.
I
We
did
was
I
in
did
Greenville.
Mississippi last year,
Uh-huh.
because I pick and choose the concerts that I want to do.
Uh-huh.
And that's a blessing, that I could do that. But I pick and choose the concerts I want to do. I love going to Tri-State, Tri-State one in Dothan, Alabama. I love
Uh-huh.
that one because that's more. I guess, how can I say it? It's it's more laid back. If
Hmm.
like, I can lay back and enjoy without, if I went to Spring Fling, everybody would come up to me and, how can I do this? Uncle Virge, I need this, blah blah blah. And as a fan of Southern Soul, I would
Hmm.
love to go to the concert to enjoy
Hmm.
sometime, instead of just asking all the questions and, let me do an interview with you or this and that. But because I really come to check out the artists, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so at Dothan, I can do that. I can sit back and I can watch, and the artists that's there, they are handpicked to be there. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And so we all vibing backstage. We all, chopping it up and talking business sometimes. We just
Hmm.
talking regular life sometimes. and it's just one big happy thing at Dalton Family Reunion. But at the other ones, it's more about, you know, a lot of artists, you know, just trying to get themselves in position to contact the movers and shakers and Southern Soul, which ain't no
Definitely.
problem. But you know, sometimes if I'm not working the concerts, if I'm not, you know, DJing the concerts, I like to come and enjoy it. Sometimes just sit back and relax. You know.
But we have a question from Daryl Simmons for you, Uncle Verge. He says,
Okay.
"What music do you really enjoy DJing? Is it Southern Soul, hip hop, party music, or what and why?"
Okay. You know, cause okay, that's a good question. Um, I love to DJ any kind of music that makes people dance. You know what I'm saying? I like to get people up out of their seat. You know, I love the slow music sometimes when you just chilling and stuff. But when you go out, when in my profession and what I do, if I'm out there, you know, DJing, it's very seldom that I play a slow song, but it very seldom I play slow songs back to back. So I have to get the people up. You know, sometimes my crowds that I DJ here in Atlanta is a minimum of maybe 50 people to maybe 400 or 500 people here, you know. So I have to be that person to play records in Southern Soul to make a move. And I always encourage all the artists, if you listen here on Real to Real, dance and music. When you go in that studio, the more dance and music you make, the better it is for all the DJs. You know what I'm saying? Because DJs, when they get hired, they ain't get hired to, you know, quote unquote, but they say put people to sleep. They get hired to make people party and make them feel better than they came in when they first came in. You know, so I encourage all the artists to make danceable music. You know, 92 beats per minute all the way up to 108, or you know, maybe 112, 115 beats. Stay in that range right there to make people move. You know, then
Now, you know, when I first fell in love with, at the time it was blues, Southern Soul, however we want to title it, because it was blues in Mississippi. But it reminded me of the '80s when we used to
hmm
do the red light specials. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? When that
hmm
red light would come on, you know what I'm
yeah, the
saying? And
red light come on.
when that red light would come on, you get that two step on, and you get a chance to
Hmm
get your Mac in, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, that type of vibe. You know,
yeah,
so I've always caught that feeling with Southern Soul that it gave grown folks an opportunity to be grown folks.
yes. And that's why I tell you, like when I went back and said I do play slow music. Like take for instance, I might do an hour set because this has always been my forte when I DJ. I go hard for an hour, play two slow songs, let them go to the bar, get them a drink, let them slow dance with the person that they came with, you know, because some couples come out just to party and they might hear
Right.
a slow song, they might fall out on the dance floor because they dance like that. Then after those two songs, I pick it back up. Every hour
Mhm,
on the hour, I would slow it down. And that's
mhm.
being grown. And that's how we used to do it back in the day. You know, and
Right.
that gave the person that's making that slow music an opportunity, you know, to get their song played, as well as the people that's, you know, making them songs that the DJs put their hands on to make people party. So I do that format still right now today. And it's been over right now today, this very year, it's been 48 years.
Mm. Now,
48 years.
I've noticed that wherever DJ Uncle Verge wants to DJ in Atlanta, he can pull up at a spot.
Yes.
I've seen you pull up at various different spots in Atlanta, go live on a Sunday, Saturday, or whatever day that you want to do. And those who know that Sunday is a hard sell for grown folks, you know what I'm saying, to come out and party, and you still
Exactly.
bring, you know what I'm saying, grown folks out on a Sunday. Um,
hmm
how does it feel to have that type of love where people will come out on a Sunday, you know what I'm saying, to hear you DJ?
Well, here, like I said again, when I created that Sunday vibe, you know, here in Atlanta, they like I told you again, Atlanta, quote unquote, people argue about it, but it's the mecca of music. And the reason I say it's a mecca of music because you got different nationalities here in Atlanta. You got the reggae, you got the R&B, you got the soul, you got the neo soul, you got the rock and roll, you got the country, you got all this music in this big old city, and then you have Southern soul. Well, from Monday through Saturday, it's old school R&B, regular R&B, some reggae. They got reggae clubs around here. They got all kinds of music, but they don't have Southern soul. So that's what makes it special for me because I brought the Southern soul vibe on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Along with, DJ Elliott Brown doing Magnolia Lounge, DJ Mr. Melvin doing Magnolia Lounge, and um um and DJ Cowboy doing his thing on the internet. But when because I DJ out here in these streets in Atlanta on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, people wanted me to do what they saw on the internet, like Virge. We want you to do some of this Southern Soul. So I said, well, I'm busy on Friday, I'm busy on Saturday. So let me create some on Sunday. So when I've created on Sunday, everybody just piling in just to hear what I had to offer them on Sunday, in Southern Soul. So it makes me feel real um, humble about people just because like you say, take for instance, they get up, go to church, football, and the next thing on their mind, where Virge at? You get what I'm saying? Because we want to hear some of that good old Southern soul. And he might be bringing an artist in. He might be bringing an artist in that we might not get a chance to see on the big stage. And they all his friends, and they want to come and hang out with him. They want to come and chill with him. And we get a chance to see them, and when they walk into the place, they ain't no telling who they might see. I've had all the big artists here, all the big artists, and again, another reason, not be long-winded, but another reason that I do go live to show people it's just not at one location that I'm at. I mean, like you said, I'm at several locations that the clubs and venues want this Southern soul in everywhere. I'm only one person though. But when I go to Tito's and I go live right there, or I might go to JR Crickets and be live right there. I might go to Backstage Atlanta, be live right there. Grown folks, and they said, "But dog, he's all over the place." But and that's one of the reasons why a lot of the Southern Soul community don't get a chance to see me out there at most of the concerts and stuff like that because I'm always busy in my local area. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, and I'll be trying to get out there, so but it just
it's interesting because it's hard to find a man or figure out what a man is doing when he's working behind the scenes.
right.
When you also too have artists that you're working with and that you're guiding
Yes.
in Southern Soul. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like for those who know, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on or how intricate some things are because we've had these conversations.
Oh yeah.
We've had these intimate conversations about, you know what I'm saying, working with different artists, what artists need to go to the next level and how you
Yes.
push them and promote them and things of that nature. So it's hard to be everywhere. You can't be in everybody's face because you got so much other things going on, and also too you have other people's lives in your hand, their livelihood in your hand, and
That
you're
part.
trying to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that they're getting the best part, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes.
That's part.
So, but one thing for certain, two things for sure. You had spoke about the award show in the beginning, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to put it on the table. That is a 3-day weekend that you don't want to miss. I know personally that it's a 3-day weekend because it's a 4-day weekend for me because I come in the day before because I have to rest up because I know I have to be ready for what's going on
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, what was the thought and conception of bringing forth the AMG Southern Soul Life Awards?
Okay, the thought and conception is that I thought about was, like I said, I was just cooling out my crib one day, and God just sent this thought in my head. Like we at one point in time, a lot of people was trying to get Southern Soul into the Grammy category, which I'm a member of. I'm a member of the Grammy committee.
Mhm.
you know, um,
Right.
I've been that for years when I work in radio station. Um, um, and they was trying to figure out how to incorporate Southern Soul in the Grammys and stuff like that. And so that was nothing wrong with that. What my issue was with it was, okay, if we get a category in the Grammys,
Mhm.
it's going to only recognize 4 people that qualify for that one category. It ain't gonna have Southern Soul Best Artist, Southern
Mhm.
Soul New Vocalist, different
Yeah.
different sections of it. The Southern Soul Best Internet Show and that like that. So that's what I was thinking. Like, wait a minute. I said, hold up. It's good to get into the Grammys, but that's not giving everybody in Southern Soul a fair shot at being recognized or accomplishments or something like that.
Mhm.
So that's how that inspiration came. And I said, okay, let me look around before I do this I said, let me look at the other award shows and see what they're doing.
Mhm.
Like I said, like for example, the ZBT Awards, which have done a great job over the years. Now, you can't, they done a great job. They incorporated Southern Soul, you know, about maybe I say about 8-9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. I'm not sure, but it's known for Zydeco,
Mhm.
blues, and trail ride.
Mhm.
Not Zydeco, Southern Soul, and trail ride. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? It's Zydeco,
Mhm.
blues, and trail ride. Just
Mhm.
Blues Award,
Mhm.
the Jackson Music Award. They
Mhm.
incorporated Southern Soul, but it's more catered to the people in the Mississippi area.
Mhm.
I wanted it to be something national. I
Mhm.
wanted it to be Southern Soul only. You know,
Mhm.
everything that's involved in Southern Soul. That's why it's called the AMG
Mhm.
slash Southern Soul Life Award. Everything that's involved in Southern Soul Life, like the podcast, the promoting, the DJing, all anything that's Southern Soul oriented, Southern Soul only. And that's why I
Mhm.
came up with that mind, and that's what we, in the committee had went on to do. We created that, and the first year, I didn't know how it was going to go,
Mhm.
and like I said, I just put it all in God's hands, and the first year was a bang. It was a
Mhm.
bang the first year. Yeah, I think y'all came the second year.
Yeah, we came the second year.
Yeah,
The
y'all
second
came
year.
the second year. So the first year was a bang. And when I looked around and I saw all the heavy hitters that was in there on the first year, everybody, Vibrato, DJ Trucker, Nelly, Omar Cunningham, Tony T, the producer. We had Cookie Time with a Twist. We had a lot of heavy hitters the first year, and then I said, oh man, it shocked me. Second year blew my mind. It blew my mind. Them plus more came, and you saw it increase. This year, oh man, I had people calling me to get on the award show this month, right here, January of 2024, trying to, get on the show, try to, incorporate themselves. How can I help you, Verge? Blah, blah, blah. I want to be a part of this. And it showed in December, this past December. It got to the point now before at the end of the celebration, the atrium is already giving us a date for the next year. So they go ahead and lock the date in 2024 for 2025. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So all that stuff is just moving. and consistency. That's what that's what I mainly wanted to do. I wanted it to be consistent every year. I mean, we didn't want to be one and done. And
Right.
on top of that, and how we incorporate, I did it the same format because, like you said, people don't know, but I used to be part of the BET Hip Hop Awards. And I kind of formatted it like the BET Hip Hop Awards. Those that don't know, and I don't know, a lot of time people say, well, check the receipts. Yeah, you can go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. I speak with receipts, so that's why I say you go to YouTube. You can put up DJ Uncle Verge. You can see me at the BET Hip Hop Awards with my interviews and stuff like that. Um, I used to be part of the BET Hip Hop Awards, so I kind of like being a part of that organization, kind of formatted it like the Stellar Awards, the BET Awards. No crowd voting, because we know, like, you have voting, outside voting. Everybody gonna vote for their cousin, regardless if they're good or bad. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Or the people that they're friends with, and everybody, that probably don't deserve the award. So we eliminated that. We said we're doing it just like the Grammy. We're doing it just like the BET Awards. We're going on stats. We're going on production, your body of work, and we have people looking at that every day. One of the main things we also look at is and people don't. I said look at their um, um, behavior. You know what I'm saying? If these artists getting locked up, if these artists, causing a lot of drama and all that kind of stuff, that plays a big part, because we want the award show to be about style, class, and sophistication. You get what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that we have the right type of Southern soul in the building. You get what I'm saying? Southern soul people, people that know what being punctual means, people that know what following the assignment when it comes to, like, it's a formal event. You come in there formal because you get there to the door and you got on a sweatsuit on, because security ain't gonna let you in. And you're gonna
No.
be there on time. If the doors close at 6, you better be in the building.
Right.
Because we're gonna start the show on time and the show gonna be over with at that time. We say if it's from 6 to 9, 9 o'clock, we turning on the house lights and y'all getting ready for the after party. We about that business, because we here in Atlanta, it's called Black Hollywood now, and all the major studios and stuff like that, they are looking for content to put on the air. This is the same way the Stellar Awards got started, and now every you can see the Stellar Awards on BET. TV1, BET. Same format. These same people here in Atlanta are looking at us. They hearing so much about. There's a big award show called the AMG Southern Soul Life Awards. Hell, Southern Soul, and they are contacting me, calling me right now today, seeing how they can incorporate that on their networks. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, that's how that came about. Nothing but God.
And I will say this, like, to walk on that red carpet, take the pictures, then after you finish walking on the red carpet, you do that quick interview. Then when you come inside, you go in the middle, then you do another 2 or 3 interviews with GC Radio and a few others that are there,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and a couple of magazines that are there. That empowers the artist. You know what I mean? For the most part, that empowers the artist, that empowers the nominees, that empowers the honorees to make them want to push even more, because you're shining a light on them that a lot of people have yet to even experience.
Yes. Yes.
You
And
know,
let me tell you this. I thank God for the Southern Soul community. I thank God for the artists that want to participate. Um, Everybody know when they want that position on that stage, or they want to perform in some capacity, you know what I'm saying? They do it as an in kind, because they know the next level that the show could take them. Everybody that has performed on the AMG Southern Soul Life Awards, look where they are at now. Look where their career are at now. You know what I'm saying? Because they took the time to say, hey, I want to show the world who I am. If I could get one song on that stage, or if I can perform at the welcome party, if I can do the after party, or if I can do the closeout part, or if I could do the brunch, you
Right.
look at them people that's performed over the years.
Mm-hmm.
They're at their, and I can remember, like, look at, for example, Candy Janae was the first one that graced our stage at the first AMG Southern Soul Life Awards. From there, nobody didn't really know who Candy Janae was. She came out with "That's My Kitty," but I heard "That's My Kitty." I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, I think this will be a good song to sing on the award show." She came from Quincy, Florida. She was dressed to the T. She came up there, performed the song, and from then on, all you heard was Candy Janae, Candy Janae, Candy Janae, Candy. She was getting a lot of bookings. She was getting a lot of this, that, third. I said, just by opening the people eyes about who she was. The same way with anybody else that graced the stage. Um, I just thank God for them. The great Nelly Tiger Travis graced the stage last year. It was last year. The first
Yeah.
year y'all came, right?
Uh-huh.
And she did her thing. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody. We just had everybody that graced that stage to go on and do great things. Whether it's being recognized from their city, recognized, with like a proclamation or getting awards or something like that from other entities in life. It's just that I'm just glad that to be a blessing to them, to give them that opportunity to say, hey, thank you for that opportunity, because all eyes be on that weekend. All eyes be on that.
I know that it starts on that Friday, like Katie
Mm-hmm.
Dawson says, with the meet and greet with the different artists, you know what I'm saying, with the meet and greet that comes on, because like he did say that he was an impromptu. And then you have Ella J that was there. Then you have,
Mm-hmm.
all these great artists that
LJ,
was
yeah.
there. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Then you have you had Smoke,
Mr.
man.
Smoke. Let me tell you
Man,
something.
Smoke.
Let me tell you something about that guy right quick. He had another event that same night.
Mm-hmm.
He made an obligation to perform at the welcome party. Mr. Smoke said, I will come and perform at the AMG Awards, but if you let me go first, I'll come and do the show, and then I'll
Right.
be able to make my other event that I planned that night. He
Mm-hmm.
drove from Phoenix City, Alabama,
Alabama. Mm-hmm.
which is an hour and a half. I want the artist to listen to this in the chat room, or if you listen to me. He drove from Phoenix City,
Mm-hmm.
which is an hour and a half. He made it there to the award show. He got up there and did Mr. Smoke like no
Mm-hmm.
other by
Right.
himself. He didn't have the band. He left right after he got through performing and made it back to his event way back there in Alabama. If that ain't something of a man of that caliber that has some success in Southern Soul, that's what you call serious about your career.
That's right.
Right.
Being serious about your career, and that takes me a long way with that guy. Because when a promoter call me and say, "Wait a minute, who can I get on this show to make my show happen?" Who you think I'm gonna think of first?
Mr. Smoke, of course.
Because it ain't about his music; it's about the business side.
Mm-hmm.
His business mind was. I know my obligation here, but I made an obligation there. I'm gonna try to make both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so if somebody called me and say, hey, take for instance, somebody called me and say, hey, Mr. Smoke, you know, what's your price? I'll up the price and say, hey, he deserved it. You get what I'm saying? He
Right.
deserved it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's full. That weekend is full of everything. I heard you
Right.
say something about Mr. KD Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so always remember the AMG Southern Soul Life Awards. Always watching
Mm-hmm.
everybody in Southern Soul.
Right.
your body of work,
Mhm.
what you doing, how long you been doing it.
Mhm.
A lot of times, artists been doing it for years and haven't got the recognition they should have gotten way before because we so set on the main ingredients of Southern Soul. When the main
Mhm.
ingredients is the main artists that we normally see all the time.
Right.
But there's some people that be behind the scenes doing Southern Soul for a minute that
Mhm.
get overlooked and everything. So I had just met him personally this year at the award show.
Right.
But when they called his name out for an award, it shocked him and everybody else in the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You get what
Yeah.
I'm
Cause
saying?
yeah, we was all sitting together. Yep.
Yeah. And like I said, when I came across his name and I looked at his body of work and everything like that, I said, this man been out here grinding for a long time. But you don't know nothing about him because nobody else is saying anything about his name, you know.
Mhm.
And so it was well deserved. And that's the thing with the AMG Southern Soul Life Awards, got everything involved and surprises. So
Right.
I wanna say this, man, because this is from the heart. You do so much for everybody within Southern Soul. And one of the things that I admired about you is how you give back to the community within
yes,
Southern Soul. You
yes,
recognize Southern Soul fans. You recognize
yes,
Southern Soul supporters that
yes.
really go out the way. And that's something that you don't see often within any other awards. So I have to give you your accolades for all that you do and for the fans, because I think that's the total package of giving back to what you put in and recognizing those when it comes across for what
When
they
you
do.
when you said earlier in the interview, right? You said,
Mhm.
Uncle Verge, how you get these people to come out on Sunday and stuff like that?
Mhm.
Some, everywhere I go, you might see some of the same faces locally.
Mhm.
Now, when I do my out of town concerts and this and that and third, I might see some people that travel all the way from Atlanta all the way to Montgomery, Alabama, or Mobile, Alabama, or took it all the way over to Texas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up here like, I know there's time. I don't know
Mhm.
if they got kids. I don't
Mhm.
know how much they put money into traveling there. They got a hotel to get here, and
Mhm.
they paid their money to come see their favorite artist in a state maybe 6, 7 hours away. You know what I'm saying? Now that's a super fan.
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
sitting up there like, wow, and so that remains in the back of my mind because if I constantly see these people here, here,
Mhm.
here, I said, wait a minute, that's a super fan. Now I can get some people, some artists and everything that can co-sign that when they get on stage, they see that same face all the time.
Mhm.
Like one of our super fans was Stella Stone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In our first year, it was Stella Stone. If you might go to Montgomery, Alabama, you might see Stella. You might go to Spring Fling in Mobile, Alabama, you might see Stella. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I've seen Stella over in Mississippi one time. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But she
Yeah.
sits in her car, she cranks it up, she throw the gas in there, and she got to pay for the hotel where she stay at. She got to
Mhm.
pay for the gas that she got there, plus pay for her ticket. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So that's why if like Jeter said last night on one of his interviews,
Mhm.
without the fans, we are nobody. We are nobody. 360 ain't nobody without your fans. You know,
Right.
I'm nobody. Nobody. And that's why we as a community, if we don't take time to show our fans that we appreciate them, by shaking their hand, taking a
Mhm.
picture with them. You know what I'm saying? Talking to them a little bit because they'll tell you what they want to see, what they want to
Mhm.
do, what they want to hear.
Mhm.
They'll tell you. All you gotta do is communicate with your fan. You can't sit there and contemplate and try to think about what a fan wants. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Communicate with them. Get out there and talk to them. You know, take a picture of them. They said, boy, I would love to hear, you know, I would wish somebody could make a song like it. I wish 360 could, you know,
Yeah.
you know, you got to communicate with your fans, man.
Now, DJ Uncle Bird,
Talk to me.
I know you got the tea. You said you was gonna break some news on Real2reel360. You know what I'm saying? And I've been getting some texts trying to figure out when is he gonna tell the news? What's the news he gonna break on Real2reel360? Because we coming to the end of the show and we got to have it. We got to have it. So, DJ Uncle Bird, what is the tea that you finna break on Real2reel360? Let us know what's going on.
Well, on Real2reel360, the news I'm gonna break exclusively. We are really, really close to signing our first big sponsorship deal with the AMG Southern Soul Life Awards. So y'all hearing it first. I told everybody last year on stage, I said, all you got to do is stick with me when we going to the top. If you're there with me at ground level, it's gonna make sense when this sponsorship come in, and y'all gonna see a whole new ball game for the AMG Southern Soul Life Awards. And I'm excited about it. So like I said, we are this close from making the paperwork final, and I hope that everybody that understands that it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal, because I always remember those that took the time to sacrifice their time. Because right now, I'm gonna ask y'all a trivia question, both of y'all. What date is the 2025 Southern Soul AMG Southern Soul Life Award? Without looking, I'm asking.
First weekend in December.
It's the first.
Give me a date. Give me a date.
Give you a date.
Man, hold on, because that right there. Hold on, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look, bro.
6, 7, 8. I disagree.
No.
It's
No, it's the fifth. It's the 5th and the 6th and the 7th.
5th, 6th, 7th. December the 5th through the 7th this year. That's a good trivia question, because both of y'all lean back in your chair like, if you didn't have to look on your phone, that was a good trivia question.
I wasn't even looking. So yeah, look.
But
I say that we know it's always the first weekend in December.
Well, I say that to say this. Right now in January, y'all know what date the award show is, right? This is January. December is 12 months away. So anything that you schedule, you know, in your day-to-day, I know people got to get their monies and stuff like that, but you know you can circle in red that the AMG Awards is that weekend. Right there.
It may be the 5th, 6th, and 7th, but it's the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th for me, because I'm in there on Thursday.
You made from a different night call. You come in early and try to get the feel of Atlanta.
I get that early. I get that early rooms. I get my early rooms.
Yeah.
As soon as I come in, I don't have to wait to 3 o'clock.
And we have the rooms available as soon as we get the okay from the hotels way before time. I think some people don't book their rooms right now. They booked them when they were checking out for next year, they told me. So they already done got their rooms booked for next year. But we let people know right now when that date is. So there shouldn't be no excuse about, you know, I didn't know. Because you did know. Every year we put it out on January. Right now, I have 26 awards I have to mail out right now. I want y'all to marinate on that. I have 26 awards I have to mail out that people won that wasn't present. You know, that's the way it is.
They missed out on a great time. They missed out on a great time.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that people have life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you know 12 months in advance,
right?
You know 12 months in advance that this going on. Come on now.
Let's make it happen. Let's make
You
it
know.
happen.
You know what?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna be there on the 4th. I'll be there on the 4th, pulled up.
Hey, ladies and
Gotta,
gentlemen,
gotta,
360
gotta,
crowd,
gotta put
three
this though.
360 crowd. These guys right there be dressing too, y'all. Y'all need to see their fits when they come into the AMC Southern Soul Life World. They be dressed with hats down and everything, but they know they're gonna get the interview. They know they're gonna walk the red carpet. Both of them have shades on. You know, they be turned up in there.
Virge, I got to tell you this, man, because last year was so touching when you gave the award, the Wendell B.
Yes,
award that you did, and you presented it to Jason A., who happens to be one of my
man.
most greatest
Hey,
fans.
how about this? But those that won't dare to the show, you know, we had just came back from intermission. We gave out a couple of awards. We had started her song. Y'all was sitting in the audience, and y'all didn't see nobody on the stage, and she just started ad-libbing to the song until she walked out. And when she walked out, the crowd came to their feet. Moments like that, you only can see once in a lifetime. It was improvised and everything. But then after she got through singing, you know, we had planned on naming that Wendell B, because we giving it away this year. We had planned on we was seeing how we could incorporate that and what it stood for. And it's called the Wendell B Will to Win. That award goes to anybody that be under tutelage or under any kind of guidance or anything like that by somebody, and they are not able to go with them anymore, or they happen to succumb, you know, in life, and you just don't stop. You take their legacy and go on with it, and that's what she did. Wendell B was everything to her mentor, her manager, everything. And when he left us, have you seen Jason A stop?
No, not at all.
You know, and she got her own record label. She's doing her own thing. She keep her nose clean. She's not in trouble. She's not doing nothing. And that's the will to win. The will to win. She told me, she said, hey, I don't really need the big stages. You know, I just need a stage.
That's it.
That's it. If somebody get me or hire me to perform, I don't need this person on the left or that person on the right or sitting back with the people in the back. I just need me in a stage. And when she said that, I was like, okay, we just, the first recipient have to be her, you know. And so next year we got our eyes on a couple people.
And the funny thing, she's in the comments now, and we appreciate you so much, Jason A. You know what I mean?
Very,
We
very much.
appreciate you so much.
And I got so much going on for her this year. Y'all don't even know. You say she in the comments. She already know me and her talk about it. I got some big things coming up for her. So
definitely. Hey, tell your mom I said hello, Jay. You know what I mean? Much love
one
to
of
the
the greatest
family.
managers I've seen in Southern Soul right now. Her
Yes.
mother is a great manager.
Her mother is a great woman, period.
Great person.
You know what I'm saying? Great person. You know what I'm saying? And we had spoken many times, like a lot of times, Jay and Amal speak, and got an opportunity to meet her at the AMGs. It was beautiful. Definitely something that I will cherish for a lifetime. But DJ Uncle Verge, we coming to the end of the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's always a pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Always a pleasure to have you on whenever you're ready to come back. You know what I mean? Definitely the doors is open. And again, like he said, you know, 2-time award winning AMG Southern Soul Life
But
Award Internet Show of the
y'all really
Year.
deserved it because y'all been consistent. Y'all have some great interviews. You keep it professional. It's really about the music and about people's lives instead of anything else out of content. And that's how a podcast is supposed to be. You know, you keep it about the business, you know. And you notice I never talk about the negativity that people brings up in Southern Soul because, you know, you are who you hang around.
Right.
And if you're not part of that, you don't speak upon it. So I don't speak upon it. I just keep it moving. I keep a straight focus on what Southern Soul do for us, and y'all do the same thing when y'all do y'all interviews. I see y'all speak positive. Y'all speak, and y'all say y'all give the correct interview, that's supposed to give. And I appreciate y'all taking the time to ask me to come and do what I do up here. And I appreciate the fans for tuning in the chat. I can't see the chat room. But I just appreciate y'all. Don't forget December the 6th, December the 5th through the 7th is the fourth annual. Fourth. Can you say? A lot of people thought that it was going to be one or maybe two and done, but this fourth one is for a purpose because we are this close to making this thing out of this world. And when I say out of this world, some of the people that I've been part of in radio back in the day from the major entertainers like Tevin Campbell, Sunshine Anderson, you name them, Keith Sweat, this and that. I'm talking, hey, that's all I'm saying. That's all I can say.
Definitely. And we
as
looking for number 3. We looking for number 3. I'm letting it be known. We looking for number 3.
Like I said,
Get the
like I said,
dynasty going.
we got the eyes on everybody. Hey, and we did mention now there's some people coming up with some podcasts and stuff like that that's really saying, okay, we're gonna give y'all some work. So we have to, we keep it fair across the board. But like I said, if you prevail again,
My thing is,
that's
coming for the championship rings.
Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, when they did their three-peat, that last three-peat was tough. You know what I'm saying? They came with it, but we're gonna come with it too. That's that's all I'm saying.
We definitely, keep an eye on everybody, all the artists, the producers, the promoters, the podcast, the songwriter. Now, let me get something straight about the songwriter. We don't give out a songwriter award, but we give out a songwriter icon award. That means you done wrote hits for everybody, or like Omar the Goat Cunningham. He won our first songwriter award, and then I forgot who. Then Jeter Jones won it this year because he done wrote singles and music for everybody. And that's the songwriter's icon award. I want to make that clear. But other than that, fellas, thank you for your time and for giving me the opportunity to be on 360. I know y'all got some more interviews coming up next.
Yes.
And to the fans, let's make this 2025 our year once again. You see it starting out crazy in the world with, the prayers go out to New Orleans, Bourbon Street and Canal Street. Just we got work to do at Southern Soul. Oh, wait before you go. Right before you go. Not that I'm psychic, but I told y'all that the other side is tapping into our community. The other side is tapping in. Just recently, 2 months ago, a song was made called Stroke It by a rap artist that took Stand Up In It by Theodis Eden. And I warned y'all and I told y'all that they are coming for us. All we got to do is stick together as a community. That song right now, as I look, got 1.5 million views in 2 months. It ain't his rapping, it's the song. Stand Up In It. It's the track, the same melody and everything. And like I said, y'all keep on doing what y'all do in Southern Soul as a community. I'm talking about we keep on doing what we doing as a community. I guarantee you, man, they knocking the door in. We Little Boosie did a whole Southern Soul album. Snoop Dogg, come on, y'all. They coming in rapping. They coming in rapping and fast. So make sure that you make great songs. Make sure you do good tracks. Make sure that you represent us the way we want. We grown people, man. We ain't
Right.
kids. We grown people.
Right.
Let's chill out on the beef because the people are coming in. They come in and trying to snatch us up.
That's it. That's it. Definitely. Now, shout out to all those that was tuned in. And Queen Kim, yeah, you can come for the crown. You can come for the crown. I've been waiting. You can come for the crown. But we got the married couple of Southern Soul coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, please, you know what I'm saying, take your break and come on back because we definitely gonna bring it. Bad News is in the building. DJ Dre Cope, Toys in the building. You know what I mean? Yeah, Queen Kim is in the building. It's a lot of that came in. Kimberly Isaiah, Shaquan. I missed a lot. Jay Shanae. Man, I missed a lot. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
this conversation was just so informative. You know what I'm saying? But Big Bro, you know what time it is, man. We got to get up out of here.
And the only time y'all can grow and everybody can grow is we keep sharing each other, man. Keep tagging and sharing each other. That's all. That's the way how we grow.
That's
we
it.
Appreciate
That's the
that.
way we make it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Real2reel360 with our special and honored guest, our brother, none other than the one and only DJ Uncle Virge, ATL's finest in the building right there, baby. If you ever want to
Kingston, North Carolina's in the building. Kingston, North Carolina's in the building. Don't forget that.
Can they still hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, like I said, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, DJ Uncle Virge. I'm on TikTok. I do TikTok pop-ups now. I stopped doing them on Facebook because the red light could come on and stop you from playing the music. But on my TikTok, when I come on live, I usually have about maybe 20,000 people up there. So y'all can come and check me out on TikTok. Just go click on TikTok, follow me because I don't, I'm so busy, like y'all said, I just pop up when I can. And so when y'all get notifications, I see that Jessamel, he comes in there when I come on, and I just give people an energy shot around the world. And just of course my Facebook page. Y'all I'm maxed out on my Facebook page. My fan page, DJ Uncle Virge. Y'all can go follow me on DJ Uncle Virge. And the AMG, it's called the AMG Southern Soul Life Facebook page. Y'all go ahead and follow that so y'all can keep up with all the updates, where the hotels at, what time the events are, who performing on there. It's the AMG/Southern Soul Life Awards Facebook page. All right.
Let's get it. Okay, let's take us up out of here, baby.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see y'all when we see you. Make sure you come right back within the next 20 to 25 minutes. We're going to have the married couple of Southern Soul in the building. Man, you don't want to miss this. I am DJ KY's Allah, a.k.a. Kato, the black superhero. And that's my brother, like none other, my co-host with the most, Mr. Jazam, Josh Mel, Allah, a.k.a. Mr. PhD. Who, my brother?
Himself.
Hey, listen, we are Real2reel360, and we are out of here. Peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation of gods and earth, man. Much love. We are out of here.
Peace.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, I want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing and tell a friend and keep sharing because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ KY, brother, take us up out of here, son. Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and earth. To all the human families on the planet Earth, I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness. The beast of man, woman, and child of the universe. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the Real360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe so we continue to grow to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible for us to do what we do. Now it's time I end it just the way I bring it.